others for the same, in order that they are able to acquire the new methodologies and also integrate them in learning. We also need to join our hands to ensure that they are adequately able to use these approaches. When you look into your staff, and when you are there, how many of your teachers are able to apply what they have been told on? Number two, curriculum implementation. It is us as principals who oversee the daily teaching and learning and ensuring that lessons are prepared in line with the new curriculum designs. I'm very sure still more teachers are struggling to ensure that they are able to interpret those designs. Assist them to be able to interpret the designs, and that's why last week the heads of departments were also retooled so that when they come back to school, they can have departmental induction to ensure that it is now readily available and best interpreted, because as a departmental head, they lead the others in that department. And then the provision of the guidelines, standards, and compliance checks to ensure uniformity across schools. I know we also normally share and also retool our teachers by subject areas, and I appreciate the leadership of Kessha because we have gone down to that level to ensure it happens. Let us also apply the same for grade 10 learners. And through our collaboration, curriculum delivery is not only policy-oriented, but also practically adapted to local school contexts. Your school is of that level. What about the others? For example, we have those that we know are of higher caliber than us. Some have better facilities, but we can still work as teams and groups also to have even local kind of benchmarking between our teachers to ensure we do the same thing. Assessment and evaluation. The frameworks have been developed on how to assess the learners, and there are several. Which one do you adopt for each subject area? And how best does it suit your learners? If I were you, I will start with the most easiest before I advance to the other types of assessments. We are still learning, being that we are in the first year and the first learners we have received at our level. We learn together with them and challenge our teachers to have a positive attitude and explore these several types of assessments. And then, as principals, we implement the frameworks by guiding the teachers in formative and summative assessments, and also to ensure that the learners are evaluated on skills and competencies rather than rote memorization in the other system. Look at the formative kind of assessment that is continuous. I can remember way back in primary level, we used to have a teacher in geography. At the end of every lesson, he could weave quizzes. And then we are able to know, this is what I have achieved. At the end of every lesson, how does the teacher evaluate the learners? Instead of keeping it for so long, when it is done continuously, it revives them, they are also alert, and it continues to stay longer. I'm not comparing CP and 844, but occasionally it comes. That's why at times we have problems that these learners know it is at the end of Form 4. So they register, they go where you know they go. Later, they want shortcuts. But when done continuously, it allows us also to know the abilities of our learners, and we can be able to gauge. Some of us went to the old school. When you are in Form 4, you know I will do well in this area. When I go to A level, I will be this. And you did it. Let us encourage intrinsic motivation in our learners, even as they make choices with the guidance of our teachers. You and me, who are old enough, we knew where we could lead to be. And that's why you are here today. Can it happen to these learners so that they know it is my life, I make a good foundation, I want to be this? Some are well endowed and they come from good backgrounds of informed parents. What about those who do not have? It is us who are their second parents with our teams at that level to ensure we build our learners correctly under this system. Their evaluation is in skills. And so, there we are. Number 4, governance and accountability. The Teacher Service Commission enforces compliance with national education standards and teacher performance appraisals. Of course, we appraise our teachers' performances, but we are appraising them through the teaching they are offering to the learners. That's why I normally challenge them when I have an opportunity. That is your result. You own it because it is you who prepared the learners, and whatever they have achieved, it was your effort and guidance. Colanet Africa said, who makes the child or the learner to love a subject? It is the teacher. Who makes the learner to achieve much better? It is who? The teacher. So our roles play crucial percentages and higher in the performance of those learners. Critical teachers will say, it is not me who did the exam, but who prepared the learners. Sini mwalimu. What about you as a principal in that school? Your management and preparation will lead to their success. I am sure when we are successful, the principal is praised. When we fail, the principal is also blamed. Let us go for praise and success through concerted efforts and teamwork. And then the second part says that we act as local managers, ensuring teachers meet performance targets, that schools are there to governance structures. What is your target? We are now learning 2 curriculums. The target for 844 and also targets for the CPE at that level, from the word go. I know you assessed them when they went home. You are now able to say, my grade 10 learners are able to do this. And when you compare them with those ones in Form 3 and 4, you might see a difference. And therefore, let us adhere to what we are supposed to do. Set achievable targets. I know we do it from class level to the teacher level, and then summatively, the school owns that target. And everywhere you walk, it is put all over. And everybody is challenged from the gate that our target this year is to ensure we are here. And I want to ensure there is discipline from the gate to the kitchen and everywhere, and therefore we shall be able to succeed. Mentorship and professional development. We also collaborate in this area, that we mentor teachers, especially the new staff, to adopt to the new CPE and methodologies. Through our retooling, the retooling of the teachers, we need to ensure it is burning. How do we mentor them? It is us to develop internal structures from the departmental levels to ensure that the teacher who is now able to interpret the designs correctly can be a mentor to the others in that department. The G&C teacher will also be mentoring these learners to ensure they are positive in adopting towards their pathways. You know, when the parents brought their learners, everybody, I'm very sure they were geared towards STEM pathway. True or false? Majority were taking the pathway because they want the best. And actually, no parent wants the child to fail. What about you as the principal? How do I mentor my teachers to ensure that the best pathway is best performed in my school? What do I do to ensure that we are successful? Which kind of resources are required? And I tell my teachers even to be innovative and creative on the same. Let us not only look at TMEC and mentoring teachers who have issues. Mentorship cuts across, even in ensuring that we are able to perform and be successful. Institutionalize mentorship programs and integrate them into promotion and appraisal systems. Those who do well lead and others will follow. There should be a structure which is open and everybody can be approachable while he's serving as a mentor. When we bring it down to TMEC, I know we have challenges with issues and a few teaching in Migori boys, going to Kadika, and Moi Suba girls. That is very encouraging. Let us encourage our teachers who have technical skills to move around and assist schools that do not have. We have challenges even in terms of having enough home science teachers. Those who have, we can reorganize our timetables to share those we have, and also we move on. Laboratories, some teaching materials. Let us continue being innovative and creative and improvise so that we carry on as the government gives the necessary support. Number 2 is talking about resistance to change. The negative attitude towards this curriculum that we were told we must ensure it is successful. That's why you also ensure from your side that all the teachers have been retooled and nobody should give an excuse that I have not attended that training. And then they should also be ready to move from the 844 system, which was exam-oriented, to competence-based approaches in terms of teaching. The same teacher will be in the morning in Form 3. In the afternoon is in grade 10. So these approaches, they should be ready to shift as it applies to the level where they are teaching. In CPE, the teacher is a facilitator, but in the other system, most of the time, the teacher takes the center stage. But we can still empower them. I can remember the old school, you are seated in Form 5 and 6 waiting for a teacher when you have monk house and the principles of physics, this was known as apport, you become a teacher of yourself. Can we empower our learners to work minimally without depending on who? The teacher. That's why the teacher is what? A facilitator. Coordination issues, misalignment between school level realities and national directives can slow progress. Your school is different from school B. The expectation from above is quite high. But we need to adopt, domesticate, and ensure we are working. Let us also move away from being resistant to change as teacher number ones and ensure that we are able to succeed. What can you recommend? I know we have much more if we had an opportunity to share the challenges in our schools. Strengthen joint monitoring and evaluation between the principals and the Teacher Service Commission. How do we monitor our learners? We have frameworks, they have been given. Let us try to ensure we follow what is given and do it rightfully. Provide continuous professional development tailored to school context. Continuous professional development. It is there, and we also need to encourage the teachers to work towards the same. Next week, there will be a workshop also reviving the TPD program. Let us encourage the teachers to do the same. Enhance communication channels to align national policies with local implementation realities. Communication of policies from above to our level to ensure that we are able to move together and do what is required. It reaches you in time, do it. Invest in resources and infrastructure to support practical CPE delivery. If I don't have an equipped laboratory, can I do a write-up requesting for support? If I do not have enough classrooms, where do I run to ensure that I'm supported? That's why I said we are of different levels, but struggle at your own level to ensure you create some impact and improve your institution for the success of the CPE curriculum. Conclusively, let us play a complementary role in our areas to ensure there is success in the implementation of CPE in Kenya, and therefore we move on with the training, applying the policies, complying to ensure that we become effective in our leadership, in mentorship, and the monitoring of this program. The key word is collaboration for essential success in the competency-based curriculum. Let us look at that picture. There are 3 men seated on the branch of a tree. One man is carrying what? So what is he doing? He's cutting, and they are seated on the same branch, isn't it? What will happen? The 2 will fall, but what about him? Do you think they are working as a team? What about us? Do we work as teams at our levels? Do we collaborate with these policies and ensure we are successful? Or you are doing the right thing and you are watching your friend to fall down? Let us work as a team to ensure we are successful. Finally, as I've concluded, communication is key. Communication is key from the commission to the heads of institutions to the teachers to ensure we are successful. How do I communicate as a principle? Even the Bible says in Colossians 4:6, what does the Bible tell us? In Colossians 4:6. Colossians 4:6. It is talking about that our conversation should always be gracious and seasoned with salt, enabling us to know how to respond to everyone appropriately. How do I communicate these policies? How do I communicate and ensure that I change the attitude of my teachers and we become successful in the implementation of the curriculum? May the Lord bless us as we work in His garden, preparing our learners to fit in the future society and to be positive in every area that they'll be moving to. God bless us all in Jesus' name. Amen. Allow me to make a few announcements or reminders affecting our work. Recently, we were told to validate the teachers we have in our schools. And we were to do this using our TPay portals. Your TPay shows your pay slip, meaning that if you have to be successful, you do it in person. How many have successfully ensured that the teachers in their schools are reflected online? Let me see by show of hands. Those who have validated their teachers. Majority have, but still majority have not. That is the collaboration I'm talking about. Huh? You know, I can't validate for you. I also, kila mtu akifika huko kwake, si utaona huko? Ingia kwa payslip yako. Once you are there and you have logged in, on the left hand side of your pay slip, there are 3 lines. Ona yangu hapo. There are 3 lines hapa juu. Huko juu. On the top left hand side. If you click those 3 lines, they will bring you a page telling you to validate your teachers. Ukiingia huko, you will see the names of the teachers. You just confirm whether that is your teacher. If it's not your teacher, there is another which you will click, not, or someone is missing or not your teacher. And they will be picked in the other station. When you have a trusted person, I know we delegate. You may not give it to everybody, but you need support. Imagine I did for all the 297 and the 655 using my persons in the office. You are only doing for your 6 teachers, 15 teachers, 20 teachers. Something that will have taken you a few minutes. With challenges, you also escalate the same through your sub-county directors and we clear for you. This one is going to impact on your staffing. Some teachers may meet their salaries if you don't validate them. Number 2, we normally receive teachers and we enter them or release them through online. We have pending issues of teachers who are transferred, who are promoted, who have also moved in or out. Please complete the system to the end. Receive them as they report to your schools. Release them as they leave to other stations. Another area, update your teams every now and then when you have changes in enrollment or changes in the teachers who have left or who have come in. Please update continuously. We have several discipline issues affecting our teachers. Some have deserted duty, others have resorted to drug abuse. What do? Others have gone abroad. Report those cases immediately so that you are not surcharged. At times we really delay at Arudi, you could be sick. Yes, but after 14 days, just report the case online, salary is stopped, and the teacher will service for the disciplinary process. You cannot carry their crimes or committed by your teacher. Yeye ni yake, and you are also doing your part. Before you reach them, you must have cancelled them. You must have talked to them, but let us work according to policies. Finally, let us share our experiences, support one another, and we grow as a team. May the Lord bless us as we continue until the end of the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam Director, for sharing about collaboration. Now, at this juncture, I would like to call Mr. Jack Kajwang of Kanyawanga to come and give the vote of thanks.
To the TSC leadership, Migori County, Kessha leadership, colleague principals, ladies and gentlemen, God is good. And all the time. I have been given a very humble duty, and on behalf of the leadership of Kessha and the membership of Migori County, allow me to take this opportunity to convey our deepest gratitude to Madam Director and her entire entourage for finding time from their very busy schedule to be with us here today and to facilitate this session. We don't take it for granted. And I pray that may the Almighty God continue to bless you and your team as you continue to serve Migori County. Being a lady, I think ladies love flowers, okay? So let us all rise and give Madam a big bouquet of flowers. So we will all flower her, flower, share to her. Once again, flower, share it to her. Thank you, Madam Director. I have also been requested, Madam Director, with your permission, that when a guest visits in an African home, you don't live without a chicken. So allow me to invite you on behalf of the Kessha fraternity to kindly receive this our small chicken. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much, our director, for the very elaborate guidance on collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring our chair drama to come and give us a report. Chair drama. Are you there? Wherever he is, let him know. May I go to Athuman? Athuman was baptized when they went to Garissa. That is Chair Kenya Science and Engineering Fair. Athuman. Athuman is here. 3 minutes. He can tell us what happened at Garissa until he changed his name. Chair Sports, prepare. You will take over after him.
Ladies and gentlemen, through the leadership of TSC, Migori County, Kessha leadership, brothers and sisters, good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Kwa majina kwa majina najulikana kama Rafael Omondi Ogutu alias Athumani Abdalla. Mimi ni mwalimu mkuu wa shule ya upili ya Mtakatifu Petero Clevis Kodwogo, Uriri Sub-County. Na niko mbele yenu kama mwenyekiti wa Science and Engineering Fair, Migori County. I'm here to give a smaller report. First, I want to say that the 3 minutes have been given may look to be very short, given that Science and Engineering Fair 2026 has gone through a full circle. We have moved from the zonals, the preparations, and we have gone all the way up to nationals. If there were East African competitions, then we would be preparing to take a team to Morogoro, just like the others will be doing in August. Ladies and gentlemen, Science and Engineering is undergoing metamorphosis, and I want to say that in the past years, we have been showcasing in 13 areas. But come 2026, these areas were increased to 18. On the same note, we are also in the process of nurturing science and engineering in junior school. This year, we were in a position to bring on board the junior schools to take part in science and engineering, and they have gone with us from the sub-county level all the way to the nationals. Though for the junior schools, we only gave them a few areas to start learning from there, and we believe in the future they will be given more areas. These during the junior school will take us 2 years, that is 2026 and 2027, and then come 2028, we expect them to go solo and do the activities on their own. So I want to say on behalf of Kenya Science and Engineering, for which I chair the Migori chapter, and my chair regional and chair national is also in the house, we want to say that we are grateful for the assistance and the support we receive from the County Director of Education, Migori, the Teacher Service Commissioner, Migori, for allowing the teachers to take part in these activities. And we had quite a number of activities to do. To start with, we engaged your teachers in a workshop where we were to inform them on the new changes that we had in science and engineering. On this note, I want to thank Madam Wendy of Moi Suba for hosting a 2-day workshop. Day 1 was for the senior schools, and day 2 we had to induct the junior schools also, so that they would follow suit. Thereafter, the sub-counties had preparations at their own levels. I'm well informed that they had meetings, and I want to thank the chairs at sub-county level for actually facilitating and coordinating these meetings that helped the sub-counties have the fairs. At the end of the sub-county fair, we had the county fair, which was held at Moi Suba in mid-February. I want to say that given that we increased the areas of participation, we only had the competitions. We did not have the fair. And I want to explain. We had the competitions because our judges were able to go through those items that your students and teachers presented, but we did not have a day where students would interact with presentations from other schools and other students because of constraints of, you know what I mean. So there was a day that was meant for that, but because we couldn't make it, we did not have a full fair. So as I am here, I want to say Migori had a competition but didn't have a fair. But all in all, in the competition, we were able to make a full team that represented Migori at the regional Science and Engineering Fair at Agoro Sare. And before I go to that, I want to say that the performance at the county, I want to say that all the sub-counties were represented, both at senior and junior, but I will narrow on senior. Of the 12 sub-counties, I will only mention the top 3, though a few minutes ago we were told not only to reward some, we should reward all. So at position 3 in this year's County Science and Engineering Fair was Suna West and Suna East. They decided not to separate, and therefore they were at position 3 with 79 points. Position 2 was Uriri Sub-County, and Rongo Wadizi gave us a trophy. We want to thank Madam Jane for supporting them. The performance at the regional is Migori. The senior schools were position 3, junior schools were position 3, but when we combined them, Migori, we were ranked position 4, behind Kisumu, who are position 3, Siaya position 2, and Kisi position 1. I want to say that that is what we have for. And at the nationals, we did not, given that we contributed a good chunk of the team that represented Nyanza at the nationals, in the senior category, Nyanza was position 3 behind Central and Nairobi. Let's clap for ourselves. And the junior also, they started well, implying that we are nurturing them well. They were also position 3 behind Rift Valley and Western. A clap for them. The combined performance for the national in science and engineering was that Central was number 1, Rift Valley number 2, and Nyanza number 3. We clap for ourselves again. I want to give special thanks to the following schools. 1 is Oruba Girls, 2, Kuja Special School, 3, Anjego. These are the schools that did very well at the nationals, and they made us proud, and we will continue doing that. We want to make a promise this time. Last year, we were number 3 almost from the county to the nationals. This time around, we were number 3 with the number 4 at the regional and the number 3 again at the nationals. As we move to Mombasa, where I will continue being Mswahili with the name Athmani, because at the coast they also behave the way I behaved when I was in Garissa. I want to say that we will strive to be at the top. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for according me this chance to give you this report, and keep on supporting those young people so that STEM as a pathway may be one of the areas that we will always be proud of. Asanteni sana na mbarikiwe.
Hurry up, Faduman. He was baptized there with our chairman. Chairman, what was your name? Chairman is Abdul. Now let's move to sports. Chair sports, please.
to our leaders present, that is the TSC and the Ministry of Education leadership, our Kessha officials led by our able chair, my fellow colleague principals and sponsors present, good morning. God is good, and all the time. I am Omogi Maga Raymond, Principal Tigna Mixed Secondary School in Suna East. I'm the chair, Migori County Secondary School Sport Association. I'm here to present about the sports report. But before I start presenting this report, we have got our colleagues also well passed in sports. We know that sport is vast. We have got 12 sub-counties. I've got fellow chairs, vice chairs, treasurers, and vice treasurers who also really assist us in this. So I'm requesting the vice chairs, chairs, and treasurers who are present, can they stand up and maybe raise up their hands so that we can see them. So I'm seeing Uriri, Sunaist, Nyatike. Thank you very much. Our colleagues, without this team, we cannot go far in sports. We know sport is emotive, it has got many challenges, so this team really helps us. In the same team, we have our executive, and we have got our treasurer present here, who may be exiting this year. Next year will not be there. Mr. Manwa, can you just rise up and wave? Okay, thank you. So I want to give a brief report. One, I'll start with the year 2025 because there are some activities that took place in 2025 after our county AGM. But I want just to give exemplary reports on 3 teams. One is Oyugi Ogango netball team, who became our national champions in netball. We have got Manyata handball team, boys, and Kadika girls handball team, and also a few athletes from various schools. Can we clap for these 3 teams? These 3 teams made us proud as Migori County, and we are forced to reckon. Now, coming to the year 2026, already we have set up our programs, and our programs already are in our wall. We started with our clinics, which was the Nyanza, organized by the Nyanza Region Secondary School Sports Association, which was in January. And after that, we also had our county clinic, which was organized on 4th to 6th February this year at Migori Township Secondary School. Colleagues, I request you that please let us sponsor our colleague teachers to go for these clinics. Without going for these clinics, we cannot know their potentials. We need referees to officiate our championship, but if you cannot sponsor our teachers, we are being told that these games are supposed to be manned by teachers. But if we cannot sponsor them, then it becomes a challenge. I know most of us could not go to Kisumu, but we organize a champion, that is the clinic at the Migori County level. I want to thank those schools that sponsor teachers to come to this championship. Let us own this Migori clinic, because it's from this clinic that we can know who is able to officiate and who is not able to officiate, so that we move forward. Now, coming to these activities, we already have our program. Our calendar is, in sports we have got 2 levels, that is the two term 1 activities and term 2 activities. We are through with the term 1 activities up to the national level. In term 1 we have hockey, basketball, rugby 15th, handball, athletics, heptadeka, and swimming. And I want to thank some schools like Kanga National who are now participating seriously in swimming. Let us take some of these activities. Let us try to diversify, because other activities are becoming, teams are becoming so much strong. In term 1 activities, we held a county hosted by Rongo Sub-County and also co-hosted by Rongo University. The activities took on well, but the challenges that were there, number 1, teams were reporting late. The games already started, some teams are even arriving at noon. So you can imagine the challenge that these students are having. These are athletes who have prepared to run or to participate, but teams were arriving late because of reasons best known to them, because already the dates have been set. I know some of it is coming because of financial constraint, but please let us try. And it is because of this That is why we are advocating that next time we can have a day so that the teams arrive earlier, the students prepare, we have an opening ceremony, and then we move on. You can imagine a student moving all the way from Munyatike, arrives at 9, and then he or she is supposed to participate in 10,000 meters. It is almost impossible. We cannot get the best out of this. So please, our organizers at those levels, please let us try a level best. So we went up to the regional. We are represented by various teams, and I know they did well. And just like I said, our stronghold as Migori County was in handball, boys and girls. For the many years, Manyata boys has been the first to reckon. Last 2 years we had Olanda and even Kadika. So the other counties up to the games, and it means we have to go back to the drawing board as Migori County. The Manyata, all of these teams, Manyata and Kadika, were dethroned. Kadika played up to the finals. But for those who were there, colleagues, you saw what happened. The crowd was against us because we are champions. And many teams and many schools have seriously taken sports. And so we lost our stronghold, that is in handball. In basketball, we also, our teams tried well. Rapogi and Tukujoi lost in the semi-final. But most of you have got information about basketball, what happened, and you realize that Rapogi also was a very good team. They could even have gone to the final, but because of other nitty-gritties of other teams having ineligible players, you saw what happened in the final. Agoro Sari won the boys, Asumbi won the girls, but an appeal was made, and they lost. So it means if there was a proper documentation, even Rapogi could even have gone up to the national. Our athletes also tried the level best. We had 9 students proceeding up to the national, but they did not reach the podium. That is, they did not get the gold, silver, or bronze, but they really tried. So at the regional level, Migori County was ranked in Term 1 games, number 5 position, 5 out of 6. This is because we lost our stronghold. So it means we have now to move back and fight for it. We are now going to Term 2. Already the dates have been set. And Term 2, we normally say it is the mother of it all, here in Luo Nyanza and Migori. In Term 2, we have got activities like soccer, volleyball, netball, rugby 7, basketball, and racket games. But it is soccer or football where now there is problem. For the last 2 years, it has been a challenge to host soccer in most of our schools. We have now even been going to the stadiums to acquire the services of stadium because of the fan base. We really like the games when fans are not there, but it has become unmanageable. This year, in Term 2, we are going to be hosted by Kuria West, possibly maybe Taranganya, and we are expecting to get a very big crowd there. We'll try to do our level best using our manageable resources, but we ask our colleagues, please, let us be there, stand for us, because in sports, this is where you can even lose your life. Some of the reports that we are getting from the sub-county, only in Term 1, handball, there are colleagues who were beaten by fans because of incitement by fellow teachers. So it is really serious, and now we are approaching soccer. So I want to address this issue of Term 2. This is now soccer. Apart from soccer, but Term 2 games. And I want to mention a few things that are required. Number 1, colleagues, there is a portal that has been created by the Ministry of Education Sports Department. That is the KSSA portal. Just like our name is portal, this is for sports. Now it is a digital platform where I know our coaches have uploaded the details of learners in those portals. I know as principals we are administrators, but there is a challenge. We have left it to the coaches, and you know what coaches are doing with those documents and even the portal. We have left them free, and they are filling in, keying in details which are wrong. It has become a very serious issue. And now one of the conditions we know very well that before we start our Term 2 championship, all students who are participating in those activities must be in that portal. I know the portal was open even before we went to the regional, and then it was closed. It cannot be open at any time because they need the data. Please ensure that the learners are in that portal. There's a reason for that. In the same information I'm talking about, if you know that your learners or the players are not in that portal, the only level they can reach maybe is the zonal, where they can agree with the coaches, but not the sub-county. Because now we are doing a serious follow-up on that. If they are not in that portal, they should not play, because they have been given time. It's a portal which started last year. And I want to mention to you, because this is what happened when we went to the national last week, is that the sports officials are looking at that portal and they're looking at the details. For us, we are only feeding the information. But to the ministry, the sports department, that portal now is engaged with NEMIS. They are confirming with NEMIS. They are confirming with NEC, the details which are there. They're even confirming with the National Registration Bureau to confirm if the details are right. We have seen in some cases where students are in the portal grade 10. But if you look at some of the information there, or even the faces, it is a serious challenge. And in this week, last week when we went for the national, some students were supposed to be taken back home because of the information was not in the portal. So come next time, even us at the county, if we find that your student is not in that portal, then we just ask you as the principal and the coach to take that student back home. And you can imagine now, maybe if you went to Garissa and you're told, you are called, Mr. Umogi, can you take your child from here, from this village, back home? It's a serious issue. I'm going to share with you in a wall about the information that is portrayed there, some of the issues that are coming up. And some of these are bordering on criminal offenses. Falsification of official government data or information. One, the admission books or registers are being falsified to accommodate these ineligible players. The copies of birth certificate and KCP certificates are also falsified. They are forged so that we accommodate people who are overage. You know, the students are supposed to be 19 years and below to participate in a championship. But our coaches are falsifying this data and uploading. So some of it now is becoming serious. I don't know what is going to happen. So I'm asking you colleagues, go and check that platform for your school, confirm the details. When you'll be going to term 2, I know there'll be a lot of activities. Like now the zonals are supposed to take place before the end of May. I know as games teachers, football, everything is football. You as a principal, you may not know, but you know our games teachers behave. You will sign documents. When you sign those documents, you will be responsible. When there is an appeal about your team, it is the coach and the principal who will be in that room. And imagine you are in a courtroom defending what you don't know. And it's happened at the national, it has happened at the regional, so please let us take care. The team photos that you are taking, before you take that photo, look at the students you are standing with. If you don't know them, ask who they are. Because you'll be signing and you are confirming that you have got what we call atours, or we call them earthmen, or journeymen. Most teachers know about this. These atours, they have brought disrepute in our sports. They have brought in discipline. And most of us, our talents have been destroyed because of this. So the government is really trying to ensure that this is not going to happen. So before you sign that release letter, before you sign that declaration form, the team photo, the spreadsheet, you certify those copies. Please confirm the details. Because I know some of them have been changed. I'm just urging you colleagues, please be very keen. You can imagine you are in front of the CD and the TSC. And remember, in the current circular which were given about revised guidelines on management of co-curriculum association funds, TSC also is involved. So please let us take care before we move to that level. Otherwise, I know we'll move on well with the grace of God. We'll move on well. We welcome you to term 2. Some of you are fearing. The Sikaso was telling me yesterday that he has decided, he was told that in Migori, when it comes to soccer, he must buy a helmet. Because stones will be thrown, people will be running away. Please don't run away. We need you to be with us so that we can journey this journey together. Finally, let me thank the Ministry of Education for sponsoring us, and even the Kessha also for subsidizing our co-curricular activities. This year we went to Northshire. Even the coaches who went to the regional were sponsored. They were given a stipend. But last week I was still being asked, are you still sponsoring coaches? Yes, we gave them some stipend, but you can subsidize. Thank you. May God bless you.
Hurry up for him. Haikutoka vizuri. Be ready. Hurry up. Thank you so much. We have Gokonyango in the house. Oh, I'd forgotten I'm not at home. The next speaker is familiar to me. So I want to bring on board the session chair to bring us our next speaker, whom I refer to as Gokonyango. That's how we were calling her when she was at Nyabohanse.
Thank you, MC. Colleagues, delegates, good morning. I am Charles Sombago, Principal, St. Michael Nyerungi Mixed, and now the session chair. Colleagues, I have a singular honor of introducing our next presenter. And I've shared with her, and this is what she has allowed me to share with you as I introduce her. Janet Betty Onyango is married with grown-up children. Janet joined University of Nairobi, where that is 1978 to 1981, where she did a Bachelor of Education. And then in 2005, she joined Maseno University and did her MED. JB Janet Betty Onyango is a teacher, and as a teacher taught in the following schools: Kapkenda Girls 1981 to 1982, Kipsigis Girls 1982 to 1986, then Moi Nyabohanse Girls 1986 to 2004. But now 1986 to 1988, she served as the deputy principal or the deputy head mistress then at Moi Nyabohanse. And then from 1988 to 2004, she was the principal or the head mistress of Moi Nyabohanse Girls. Then 2004 to 2012, she served as a principal, the principal of Kadika Girls, and switched from teaching and joined the employer as a director, 2012 to 2016, TSC County Director in Kakamega. And then in 2016, 2018, was the TSC County Director in Embu. Then, apart from that, before joining the TSC as a director, Madam was one of us and served as the Secretary, Nyanza Heads Association, Kessha, Nyanza Province then, from 2006 to 2012. Madam Janet retired in 2018 and has been very active since retirement. She is a member of a number of BOMs. She is a member of Educational Management Society of Kenya. She is a member of the Migori County Budget Committee. Now, from that brief, I think she is the better person or the best that can present on the topic that is in front of us, that is transitioning from leadership into retirement. Madam has been a principal, one of us, so she qualifies very well. She's been through all these challenges. I don't really want to stress on the part of the county director. I just want to look at her as the teacher, where we are as a leader in Kessha, as a leader of our schools, and then now she's retired. And from what I observe about her, she's very active, looks very young, having retired 2018. That's a long time, but Madam, you still fit among us. Even if you joined us today, some of us would even appear to be older than you. So allow me, in some showers of clapping, manyunyu too, as she comes. Karibu, Madam JB. Na vile anatembea inamaanisha very strong, very strong. And why is it that way? Atatuambia. Asante, karibu.
In Luo we say, he made my head so small. The Luos know what that means. The TSC County Director, Migori, my friend Florence, the entire leadership of the Teachers Service Commission here, the Chair, Migori Heads Association, and the entire leadership of Kessha, Migori, members, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon once again, or it's good morning still. Good morning. I want to thank you first and foremost for giving me this opportunity to come and share with you. I'm particularly excited because I'm thinking or feeling like I'm coming back home. Many years I sat in conferences like this. Many years I organized conferences like this. And to be fished out of the village and be told to come and once again share, that means a lot to me. So I would want to thank you most sincerely for giving me this opportunity to come and share with you. I've been given a topic that, as the chair has explained, must have been deliberately chosen. Deliberately because I was a leader, and deliberate because I am now retired. So I'm talking from experience. I'm not talking from, you see, something that I've gone and read somewhere. I have experienced it, and most of what I'm going to share is something that comes out of that experience. I want to recognize that in this particular gathering, apart from a few colleagues with whom I worked, I even have my students here. Those that I taught, they have now become of age, washed their hands clean, and can now sit at the table. So this really means a lot to me. When you talk of transitioning from leadership to retirement, the first thing that comes to your mind, what does it mean to talk of this transition? It's a process of changing from one stage or condition to another. You are working, you are a leader, now you are moving to be a retiree. It is a bridge between the old and the new situation. And what is retirement? It's simply a point at which one stops regular work because you've reached a particular age or because of ill health. There are three types of retirement that we expect in Kenya. Number one is voluntary retirement. You can opt to go away when you've reached age 50 and you have served continuously for 10 years. So if you are tired, you can retire and still go with your benefits. Number two, you can retire on medical grounds. You feel you are not fit to serve, you are unwell, so you can go home. The third one, where I fall or where I fell, is compulsory. You've reached age 60 and you are told now you can go and rest. The main concern today is how to transit peacefully and still leave the institution intact and so also go out to have a meaningful life for yourself. It is necessary that one prepares appropriately for retirement to avoid confusion, frustration, and even early death. If you don't manage it well, you go out there thinking it is a bed of roses, you will meet a lot of frustration. Sometimes you can even die because what you expected is not met. People in leadership position, like you people, have even a bigger responsibility in this plan because your exit does not only affect you as an individual and your family, but it also affects the institution where you are serving. And it is therefore incumbent upon the retiring leader to put in place all the measures that will ensure very peaceful transition period so that you go peacefully and leave the institution intact and moving forward. Some of the measures that you need to put in place for the institution as you exit. Number one, proper documentation. Many of us, when we are approaching retirement, we don't seem to care about what comes after us. We simply want to finish and go. You'll hear people give comments like, I'm so tired, I stopped working a while ago, I am just waiting to go home. That is wrong. You must work until that time when you are going. And we are saying the first thing you need to do is to put in place proper documentation. All the assets in that institution, the workforce, the routines, the debts and debtors, all those things must be well documented for whoever is coming after you. That is preparing to transit honorably. A documented plan should be availed showing where the institution is and where the institution needs to be in the near future. Imagine you taking over a school and you get no documents. People appear in your office saying you owe them so much money and there's no document to say whether you owe them or you don't owe them. You feel really, really frustrated, and therefore it's important that as we leave, we put in place proper documentation. Number two, we should mentor potential successors. When we are in that institution, as good leaders, we are also preparing other leaders. So mentorship is at the center of it all. Can you mentor potential leaders? Be with them, people who can succeed you, especially your deputies. There are many people who don't care about their deputies, whether they know or they don't know. So you are being asked to mentor the people that are behind you there. Many people have talked of great leaders with whom they worked, saying that it is so and so who taught me how to work. That tells you a lot about that person who taught, because it means you cared, you mentored, you prepared them, that they can also be leaders any other day. Number three, finalize projects well in advance where possible. Many of us start projects we are going, we don't leave them. You know, sometimes you may not be able to complete that project, but can you leave it at a place where your successor can take it up and move with it without any problem? Stop starting a project when you have 1 month to go. And this is a mega project. You have 1 month or 3 weeks or 2 weeks to live. And that is the time you want to do tendering. This is the time you want to do this and that. There are things you can leave for whoever is coming. Usually projects bring a lot of problems. Where you can complete your started projects, please do so. But if you cannot, then you are requested at least to leave it at a point where whoever is taking up can easily understand what needs to be done next. Give the workforce in that institution, that is number 4, and your board time to thoroughly manage this transition. Never interfere. Sometimes we have people who are supposed to be retiring, but what are they doing here as leaders? You know, they're busy micromanaging others, and I hear they're busy saying this, they're busy doing this, so and so is not right. You know, this board is this, the deputy is that, so and so is this, the incoming, I've heard so and so is coming. All that is not going to help that institution. If you must transit peacefully and meaningfully, can you give the workforce together with the board time to thoroughly manage that transition? And as you do that, number 5, prepare the stakeholders adequately so that they do not rely on rumors, they do not rely on uncertainties or unnecessary anxiety. What happens in this case? You know so well you are going to retire. Your board is not aware. The people within the institution are not aware. It's like it's your guarded secret. But it cannot be a secret, because when time comes, you definitely have to leave. So you must actually give proper information, necessary information that is going to help other people so that these rumors and uncertainties are never there. Give room for identification of potential internal or external candidates. You should be able to give room for whoever and the officers concerned to identify. There's nothing wrong with giving suggestions. In fact, TSC tells us that the board, the sponsors, can suggest in order about 3 of them, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. We recommend that so and so, so and so, and so and so takes over when our leader exits. But it is the prerogative of the office. So what you should do is that you should actually give room for this identification. Don't interfere too much. Number 8, reduce points of failure. When you are in an institution, you know areas where failure can come from. Try to seal all this. So whoever is coming after you will get easy time running that institution. Number 9, keep the institutional mission strong. When I go to every school, I find at the gate, our mission is this and that. Those things are not for decoration. It's what your institution stands for. So make sure that that mission is actually kept strong. Do not divert from what the school stands for. And finally, give useful information to keep the institution running until your successor is stable. I will repeat that because it's very important. Give useful information to keep your institution running until your successor is stable. What does this mean? A completely new person is coming in. This person does not know who does what. If the septic tank is blocked, this person may not know whom to run to. When electricity line is not, functional, this person does not know the nearest person to run to. When capitation has not come, and I am running, there's no food in the store. This person does not know whom to go to ask for a few bags of maize or beans to help this person run the school up to end of term. So be a good person. To manage this transition well, you should be able to give the information to this person to say, if this has happened, please do this or see so and so. In most cases, it's important that you keep in touch. In fact, when you leave an institution, it's like you still run that institution for a time because you'll be consulted so many times. Every other time there's something that happens and the new person is not certain enough, this person will call you to ask what needs to be done and whom to go to at that particular time. So it's very, very important that you give accurate information. It's unfortunate that some people leave offices, they are retiring, but they still behave like they want whoever is coming to fail. They want to behave like it should be seen that it's me who was managing it and not any other person. So that when you ask for any information, they mislead you. Or they're simply hands off, I don't know. Run the institution, I'm no longer there. This is not going to help our institution. So we are saying as leaders, I'm talking of leaders. There are people who are sitting here, but they are not leaders. Because a leader would do exactly that you prepare yourself for retirement. Retirement doesn't come as a surprise. It's something that you know. If today I am 59 years old, I know I have 1 year to go. If today I am 40 years old, I know I still have some time to go. So that's why I'm saying, because it's something that is so certain, it's something that you know, you should be able to prepare for it. And you cannot say it came by surprise because it's never a surprise. Thank you so much. A meaningful way to mark your retirement, having done all these things, is to have a retirement moment that you are going to remember in that institution. If you are the incoming leader, please make sure that you organize at least some send-off, some kapati for this person who is going out. Why is this necessary? It's necessary because, number one, this person has worked with people in this institution. These people need to say thank you. They need to share memories. They need to say, bye, now you can go peacefully. So that you do not go like a thief when you have actually worked in this institution, shaped things, and put in a lot of things that actually make the institution shine. So number one thing, in that institution, as now you are going, there should be a retirement moment, a celebration sort of that is put in for you. And please, for those of you who are going to take over other institutions, don't let your colleague go like he's a thief. Give the people he worked with opportunity to appreciate the good work which he did. They should be able to honor him. You also feel honored when that is done to you and now you are told you can go. But just like you have had that moment, that party, or whatever it is, now begin to plan how you are going to land at home. Because you are leaving one home and going to another. How are you going to land? How are you going to get there? You must have retirement plans which must be brought out in goals. So there are retirement goals that you need to put in place. Number one, I've said a party was done the other side. Now you are going to the village. Let the villagers know that Mrs. Onyango has also come to be part of us. Don't walk in like a thief. Hata kama ni kwa church, have some Thanksgiving ceremony. Let the people around you know that indeed you have retired and you have come, so that when they need you, they know where to get you. Let people not start doing guesswork. How come huyu mtu siku hizi tunaona akifungua gate even during working hours anafunga tena? If possible, do a party. Let the villagers come. Tell them, Nime, Rudy, we are now together. That is very, very important, and we should always try to do it. Or sometimes have even a memorable holiday. Just decide, having arrived home, greeted your people, told them you are back, pack your bags. You need a rest. It was too much, isn't it? Kama ni Coast, Zanzibar, Wapi, Seychelles, if you can afford, go and rest. During that period you are out there, you are trying to reflect. What am I going to do next? How are things going to be? Of course, a plan, I said, you've been doing the plan even when you are working. Number two, and very important, build a financial security. Set a retirement budget on which you are going to live before or after salary stops and before you are being paid. And sometimes it takes time. We talk of lump sum and it sounds very sweet, isn't it? You have calculated and you have said, I am going home with 10 million, 8 million, 9 million. It sounds nice, isn't it? But sometimes if you're not prepared, this becomes a source of frustration because it's taking time before it comes. Even that monthly pension sometimes takes a lot of time. So for you to be comfortable, number one, build your own financial security. What are you going to live on when regular salary stops? This may be in form of investment, something that gives you regular income. You have invested your money somewhere, or even savings. Save something as you're working so that it will be a fallback, something when you get back home. Number three, and very important, build social capital. What does this mean? Invest in relationships. Number one, family. When you get home there, you will need people. You have left all your friends, all your colleagues. You see, now you are together. You are friends amongst yourselves. But when you go home, reality dawns on you that it is just you. So you must actually try to build your own your own capital, your own people that you are going to be with, the social capital that you will fall back to. And I'm saying number one, family. The best person here is your spouse. Can you please, if there are any little grudges here and there, there are those times when we fight as we grow along the way, isn't it? I'm telling you, this is the person that you are now going to lean your head on. So can you begin to put aside your differences and make this person your best friend? Because this is a person you are sure will never leave you. The children are now out there. By the time we are retiring, those children are not with us, isn't it? You may find yourselves in the home, the two of you. So if you are not friends, you can tell me what it is going to be like. So you must be friends. Number two, They are those family members. The Luos call them Anyuola. Eh? All this time you are working, you are out there. And you are never even communicating with them. Your name cannot be found in their books. Whether it is funerals, whether it is what, your name is never found there. But now you are coming home to reality. And they're also looking at you from a corner saying, aha, wacha tuone. Huyu mtu alikuwa on the ivory tower. Tuone kama sasa hata kuja chini. They're also looking at you. So it is important to make this part of your preparation for retirement, that you get closer to them. If there's anything happening in the village, please go out there and be part of them. Contribute in the churches, contribute in funerals, contribute in, weddings and whatever, so that they actually embrace you as one of them. Because I tell you, you are going to need them whether you like it or not. There are these things we call chamas. You know them. Where you are a group of like-minded people. One thing brings you together. Sindio? Sometimes you hear these are former teachers. Sometimes you hear these are people who come from this location. Sometimes you hear something brings you together. Those chamas are very, very important. Very, very important. We formed one called the KU group between 1978 to 1984. And when we meet, it is fun. We even carry photos. I used to be very painfully small, very slim. We carry those photos, we laugh, we remember those lecturers those days, how we used to do whatever, how some people went to Kilometer, those who went to KU. And when you come back home, you feel you are refreshed, isn't it? So make sure you keep your friends, the old ones, and make even the new ones and those chamas, and then the church. Make sure you are active in the church. Number 4, redefine your routine. Redefine your routine. What happens now? I'm giving you time so that you come back to me. I'm a teacher. I'm still a teacher, even though retired almost 10 years. Redefine your routine. Your routine is in such a way that maybe you are waking up at 5 or 4 to go and check when the boys or girls have gone for morning prep, to make sure this and that is done until your day ends when you retire to bed. But when you go back home, you realize there's no prep to supervise in the morning. Hakuna prep to supervise in the morning. There's nothing like organizing some meeting where it is just you and your time. So you ask yourself, what am I supposed to do with all this time? That is why it is necessary that you redefine your routine. Structure your day in such a way that it gives you a sense of purpose, and cultivate new routines so that when I go to bed this time, I will wake up to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, engagement. Don't just sit there. Find ways to use your skills and experiences. You can volunteer. Teachers are very creative to do something. You can find yourself being a consultant somewhere. Let them come to consult you, isn't it? Yes. But at least be engaged. Do something. Discover new interests. Gardening, traveling. You can go back to college and study something that you really wanted to study, because now you have all the time. And you can even go back. Some of us, it's important. Education begins from birth to death. Somebody is saying, what for? Very important. And then I want to say that you can even go back for part-time work. But don't strain yourself. I've seen people retire because they didn't have plans. Imagine you are a principal and you are going to a fellow principal and saying, I'm a very good maths teacher. And because hands cannot meet, please employ me on the board. Are you seeing that? People have done it, isn't it? Because you are not prepared. So prepare yourself. And I want to say number 6, which is very important. Hey, come back. I want to say number 6, which is very important. Prioritize wellness. As you grow old, your body is also wearing out. Sometimes you wake up in the morning to listen to your body. You don't know whether it's now your leg. You don't know whether it's your back. You don't know whether it's your neck. Sometimes the hand just can't go up. And you see, sometimes you're just generally unwell. Can you prioritize your health? If possible, get health insurance because it is not a waste of time. Eat well, a balanced and healthy diet. Exercise regularly. Sleep well. About 8 hours. You can even go to 9. After all, where are you going to? You can sleep, isn't it? Huh? And avoid stress. Actually, the beautiful thing about retirement is that you do what you want to do, not what you are obligated to do. If you want to continue sleeping, it is morning and you are waking up and you are still tired, you just go continue. Yeah, you just go back, get the blanket and continue. That is, you do what you want to do. And finally, as you plan to retire, rethink where you want to live, where you want to reside. Sometimes I come from a village where even getting there by car is almost impossible. When it rains and I have a sick child, I cannot get out. A sick grandchild now, not child. I cannot even get out of that place. Who said you must be tied to that village where you were born in I don't know, whatever. You can live where you want to live. Plan well. Sometimes, if you are so much attached to traditions, go and put up a building there and say, when I die, I'll come back. Then, if you want to live wherever you want to live, people have retired, they're living in Kisumu, isn't it? Where in the evening you can go to a gym, you can go to the supermarket and whatever, you can access health facility at will. You live wherever you want. That is a very important retirement decision. Let no circumstance force you to live where you are not comfortable. I want to give you retirement risks. The risks, number 1, overspending. You arrived in the village. Kila mtu anasema mwalimu. Arrive, umefika. So you want to please people. You want to show them that, I was the chief principal. So you want to please them. So you spend unnecessarily. You give money unnecessarily. Wait until you ask me later, when you are now broke. So, number 1, avoid overspending, impulse buying. That now I'm going home, I must buy a brand new Mercedes-Benz, I don't know class what, so that people can see mwalimu hame arrive. Akuna. If you can afford that Pro Box of yours that will do what you want done, go ahead and get that. Number 2, don't put all your funds in one investment. You go out and somebody comes to say, this is very good investment, and all your savings you go and put there and it doesn't work out. You are doomed. Number 3, don't divert from a plan that you already made. You come out and decide, I want to do this. I want to do this business, or I want to put up this. Then you go halfway. You have already spent. Then you realize, I don't want it. You are changing. That money is gone, or just locked there, not helping you. So before you get into anything, think very, very seriously. Health challenges will come. I've talked about that. It is a risk. It can be avoided through, all those things that I've talked about. What are the don'ts of retirement? I know I came in late and I know somebody else is coming in, so go with my speed. The don'ts of retirement. Number one very important don't. Don't ignore the implication of this process called retirement. You know it's coming, but you are doing nothing about it. You must prepare thoroughly for it if you want to be happy. Do you have a house you are going to go into? A house that is comfortable? A house of your choice? Are you going to look for an umbrella at 10 in the night to go to the outside toilet when it's raining? No. No, not for a principal. Make that house with everything that you need. Electricity, water, wow, toilet hapo, kila kitu hapo, so that when you go home you are not frustrated. So prepare yourself, and the number one thing, make sure that everything is done properly. Number two, keep on updating your financial plan. You are thinking ahead before God takes me. Because where I've reached now, I know I'm waiting that milestone where I will go. Sindio? So before God takes me, the next question is, what is my financial plan? Keep on updating it. My savings is getting depleted. How do I get more? What do I do? If I have some little money, how can I have this money multiply for me? These days nasikia wanaongea many things, sijui money market, sijui what, so that at least I get little by little to eat as I'm going on. Avoid debts. When you retire debt free. Usiende nyumbani. When a vehicle is passing outside the road, you don't know whether they are coming. Because you have received several warnings, you don't know how to go about it. When you retire, as you approach retirement, try by all means to clear all your debts, so that when you are going home debt free. And when you are there, don't take any more debts. In fact, the other day I was telling myself, it has become so easy to get money. You are on your phone and something pops up telling you can get 40,000. Have you been seeing those things? And when you try, you actually get it, isn't it? Be disciplined. Always they say, a debt is not a present, isn't it? Sindio? You will pay it. And if you have no way of paying it, you are a retiree. By the way, at this age, even when you go for loan, proper scrutiny, they must find out how you are going to pay. In fact, the other day I was talking to Mwalimu. I retired, I've told you, almost 10 years ago. I've never taken my money from Mwalimu Sacco. I've remained a member. Then when I wanted a loan, now so many questions. Did you know that even you cannot get a guarantor? As a retiree, you can't get a guarantor here. Go to Mwalimu Cooperative and say, give me 3 million or 2 million. What they will tell you, we are going to give you, is it 95% of your shares? So how have they helped you? I'll give you 95% of your shares, so that if you don't pay, they get your shares. So be very, very careful. Number 3. Or where was I? I'm in number 4. Avoid risky investments. Some of us just hear stories and we are running. We want to try it. Tunasikia watu wanatoa omena wapi huko Jinja, si ndio? You are already running there with all your millions that you were given for retirement. And then something goes wrong. You become more miserable. than you are. So do not involve yourself in very risky investments. And if you must, first, really study it. And before you get into any investment, do thorough. Find out whether it will really work out. Because you know it is either do or die. Young people make mistakes, but they still have all the years to correct their mistakes. But now me here, with my 70 years, a mistake is that when am I going to correct it? That means it is gone and gone. So we need to be very, very careful to avoid risky investments. Don't shy away from opportunities because you want to be careful. There are opportunities also there, isn't it? Don't shy away from those opportunities when they come, because some opportunities are really rewarding. They are really rewarding, and they can add you more days. They can rejuvenate you. They can make you feel like when you are 70, like me, you say, today I feel like I'm 50. Because something good has happened, isn't it? It has worked out. That is what we need to think of. Don't use up all your savings. Remember, I started by saying, as you make a financial plan, you can have that investment that gives you regular pay or savings. But don't use up all that savings. Don't. Because you will need it. You don't know when the rainy day will come. And finally, I'm repeating what I'd said. Never ignore your health. It is very, very important. Don't ignore your health. Some people say medical insurance is very expensive. Like I was going to renew one the other day, and they are telling me you are going to pay 100 and I think 40 something. When earlier on it was slightly cheaper. So I'm asking, why? They have seen that my tearing and wearing, I don't know what to say. And by the way, before they renew it, first you go for medical checkup. That is the way the insurance behave. You go for medical checkup. So they've looked at me, they've seen arthritis here, they've seen what here, they say this one, we have to be careful. So they raise the premium a little bit and say, you are going to pay this. But I want to say it's worth it, isn't it? Just give them. So that even if you just feel this place is itchy, after all, it's your money. Go in and tell them, I want a checkup. Isn't it? That is very, very important. So, I've prepared you, Chair. I've prepared them to leave their leadership job. I've told them to prepare things properly, document everything, prepare those who are going to remain in that institution, and I've said it all. And now I've escorted you to your home. And I've told you what to do when you are in that home. So I'm concluding by saying, organize your life like a project with plans, goals, and tasks. Otherwise, utakuja kuniuliza baadaye when things go wrong. So those plans have said, finances in the middle of it all. It's very bad to be retired and broke. To be retired and broke. You asked me to come to Kisumu, and I'm asking now, how do I get to Kisumu? I'm going to a neighbor and saying, can you lend me some 5,000 nitakurudishia nikirudi? Are you listening to that? It's so bad to be retired and to be broke. So finances in the center of it all. So organize your retirement well. I'm concluding, as I've said, by saying to manage it, number one, accept it. There are people who have refused to accept that they are retiring or they are retired. In the village, very early in the morning, na suit, na tie. Every morning, and you retired. I mean, you are going nowhere. Suit na tie. You have refused to accept that you have retired. There are people like that, isn't it? Accept that you have retired. And that is why I said, redefine your purpose. Get something else that you can do which is more fulfilling. And I've said, have people around you, find something to do, manage your health, commit yourself to God, very important. Commit yourself to who? To God. Sometimes when we were working, we had excuses. There are those of us who don't even go to church. I go to church on Saturday. Saturday you are very busy. Even God knows that MINSCO must be raised. But now I'm saying, to manage your retirement well, can you get close to who? To God. Continue working. Retirement does not mean sleeping 24 hours. In fact, I was reading something on social media, that when you just sit there, you wear out from your legs. Have you seen those things? And they are saying within a short time, you will not even be able to move. Can you continue to work and to exercise and to do meaningful work? Avoid stressful situations. There are things that you can do nothing about. Your daughter was married, I don't know in where. You have heard the husband has done what? You are now not sleeping. Says away. See, you had your husband or your wife. Sindio. You had your bad times and good. There are times you even fought, isn't it? Sasa wachana na hawa pia wafanye nini? Wapambane. There's nothing you are going to do about it. So avoid all stressful situations. Interact with friends and relatives and just love yourself. That is where I'm ending. Just love yourself. Yourself. Eat well. Huh? Eat well. Dress well. Sio ile nimesema kuamka na tai in the village, yeah? And just love yourself. I've said if you want to go on holiday, just pack your bags and say, mimi nafanya nini? Naenda. Na uende. Find out. People go to Zanzibar, what is there? People go where? What is there? After all, in the Luo direct translation, your legs are now untied. Nobody, no permission from anybody. You talk with that man or that woman and say, my dear, able to end. May God bless all of you and thank you for coming.
Asante DJ, nasikia mmekuja karibu na Mungu. Yes, Mr. Duncan Odoyo. Karibu. Karibu, wacha nisiongee, naweza nikaongea ile Mr. Odoyo angeongea. Karibu sana.
Asante ndugu yangu Bwana Ombago kwa utambuzi na nafasi hii adimu ambayo umenipatia ili angalau pia mimi niweze kulonga kidogo. Ndugu zangu, hamjambo? Good morning. How are you? My name is Duncan Odoyo. I'm a principal of Kua Secondary School ambayo inapatikana Suna ya Mashariki. Nitatumia Kiswahili ya wilaya ya Suna Mashariki kwa sababu ndio lugha sanifu ambayo iko kwenye kamusi ya Kiswahili. My task is very humble, just to move a vote of thanks to JB, one of our own. I like your parting shot that after retirement, our legs are not supposed to be tied. You know, that is speaking mother tongue, but I think it has a lot of wisdom. I want to express on behalf of this fraternity our gratitude for the insights and information that you just shared with us on retirement. I'm very sure that I think you are the best speaker that we have chosen, given that mambo ambayo unayazungumzia huyajenga kwenye msingi wa kinadharia. Umetuambia kwamba uliweza kustaafu yapata miaka 10 iliyopita. That is not a very mean achievement, because we've seen many colleagues die before doing their 5th year after retirement. So I think you have some very serious information and gifts that you need to share with us, because all of us who are here, I think the youngest ni wale ambao wamebakisha karibu miaka 7 kurudia chini ili waende nyumbani. Si ni kweli? Wengine wanahesabu siku kama ndugu yangu Baraza hapa, miaka 3-2 tunagura hii kazi tunaenda nyumbani. Kwa hivyo madam, thank you so much for the insights. I think we've learned a lot, because your information is based on practical experience, not book theory. I was very keen listening, and I think on behalf of these colleagues, you are the best person having presented that topic on transitioning from work to retirement. May God bless you. And anytime I think we have this kind of meeting, our leadership, let us give JB another opportunity to come and share with us. Mungu akubariki sana. To the organizers, I think this is the second time from last year we have seen a lot of improvements. Personally, through the leadership, our own brother Magawi, tunaona you are meeting our expectation year in, year ago. We are happy. You know, we like comparing. We comparing with the old order, and now we are comparing what you're doing, the organization, the engagement, the quality of speakers. May God also continue blessing you so that you take this chapter to the next level. Na sisi pia kama wanafunzi tunastahili pia kupongeza, au sio? Unajua watu wazima kukaa hapa tangia Juma ngapi? Sio Jumatatu bwana, Jumanne tumekaa tukifunzwa. Tunakaribia kustaafu, unakaa siku nzima. Nafikiri mmekuwa wanafunzi wasikivu sana. Familia moja, very understanding, your participation. When JB was talking, you were so quiet. Inamaanisha aliwagusa. Wala ambao kidogo umeenda tenge, mnaharibu viela vyenu, shauri zenu tu. Lakini muda bado upo. Muda upo. Tusitumie hela kana kwamba hela zitakuwepo. Hata kupata nafasi ya kuja kwenye migahawa kama hii itakuwa ni ndoto ya mchana, si ni kweli? Kwa hivyo asanteni sana kwa kuwa wanafunzi ambao pia wanachukua muda wao. May God bless you. Let us continue with the brotherhood that we have manifested, and we are happy. Kwa hivyo vitengo vyote vitatu, mhutubu wetu mkuu JB, Kessha leadership led by our brother Magawe, na wanafunzi, ebu tunyanyuke kidogo tu. Tuwape 3 factorial. Wale wanahesabu wananijua vizuri, wanajua vizuri. 3 factorial applause to our brothers for work well done. Wanahesabati, mnajua tunachapa mkupo 3, 2 na 1 mwisho kamaradi. Ebu tayarishe. Tayarisha ndugu zangu. Tayarisha. Chapa 3, 2, 1. Mungu atubariki sana. Thank you. Thank you. Nimepewa fursa nyingine adimu sana kumpa tunu dada yangu JB. Hebu naomba kwa unyenyekevu uweze kunyanyuka tukupatie zawadi. Malize? Okay, thank you. Makofi, makofi kwa dada yetu. Asante sana.
Asante. Asante, Chair umesimama.
Thank you very much, our Vice Chair. DJ, you are doing very well. Maybe after this, we can still have some 2 minutes to have Jake Kidogo or the same song. Allow me to take this opportunity on behalf of the Governing Council and Kessha Migori leadership and membership too, to thank our speaker, Madam Janet Betty Onyango, for one, accepting to come. You know, being a retiree, she's equally very busy, but she has chosen to come. We want to thank you so much. We also want to thank you for the preparation. The quality of presentation you have given is a notch higher, and we have benefited. We also want to thank you for that. And the last one is thanking you, just come and see what we are doing. Because you used to be here, and now you can also come and advise and guide us so that we become better people. Can we once again give Madam 2 rounds of applause? 1, 2. Thank you so much. Colleagues, after this, we are going for our tea break. And when we come back, we expect our SNE, chair, to make his 3-minute presentation. And then we shall have Mwalimu Sako. I want to believe by that time, our facilitator shall have come. And then after that, we shall have to declare the closing of our conference. And of course, we shall have that bit of cake cutting. And then we shall have some 20 minutes, just a communication from the chair, and then our resolutions. Please don't hurry to go. Do not hurry to go. Are we together? We have enough food. Kisumu is good for us. We are here to stay. Allow me to invite Brother Museti, if you are here, to come and have a prayer for our tea break.
Thank you. May we stand and pray. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you, even for the break that you are going. We want to pray that you may bless the meals that we're going to take, for we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
DJ, you can give a song as people are going for it.
Or the newest bank in Migori County. We did a launch on 9th, that's last week. Some of you were present, and we do appreciate for your support that you have given unto us. Some of you, we have interacted with you doing presentations in your schools, opening your doors for us. I&M has been there for the last 52 years, serving in this country. And I&M belong to Tier 1 banks. What do we offer for schools? Because I think that is the most important thing. For schools, we partner with secondary schools to offer various products that would be able to support you as a school and as an individual. For schools, what I know currently, the world is going green. And therefore, we have green energy finance that we support schools, more so in the area of solar installation. Because I know most of the schools nowadays are installing solar in their schools, and also looking at a way they can be able to make even cooking for the students in schools to become much easier without using fire. Will be able to support for the school. For schools, we are also able to run your current account, your school collection accounts, your projects accounts. And we also support in financing the school bus. We know that these are government schools, but still we are able to partner with you for those who will be in need for school buses, both government schools and private schools. And when it comes to school bus, we are able to give 100% financing for the school buses or school vans. That's directly to the schools. We also partner with you when you have some projects or even you are doing your games. We are able to come in and support. Even if we come in maybe with something to support the learners when they are going for sports. See, that is a good support. Yeah, so we always partner with schools, even offering the trophies and other things that can also support the schools. Currently, we also partner with schools in supporting teachers to offer them check-off loans. I think currently, we are told here, most of you here, I know, are approaching their retirement age, and I also benefited from what the previous presenter presented, because even us, at some point, everybody retires. As long as you are working, at some point, you do what? You retire. So for those who are approaching retirement, taking loans might not be the best for you now, but we have good money program that can be able to support your investment. We have what we call the wealth funds, or what is well known as money market funds. We have a strong wing where you can be able to invest with us, and we give you people who will be able to walk you step by step to ensure that you can be able to grow your wealth. So that one we do very well. You can be able to buy shares through us. You can be able to buy bonds, treasury bonds through us. Also, right now, for even those who are heading for retirement, if you have some funds, you can also be able to put it under fixed deposit account, which can also be able to give you a competitive returns that can help you. Just the same way the last presenter said, that with the fixed deposit, you are sure of earning something maybe on a monthly basis, or after every 3 months, or after every 6 months, or after every 1 year, you are able to earn something. Our rates ranges between 5% to 9%, depending on the amount you have, and also depending on the period. So that can be able to help you to grow your fixed deposit and your income. Apart from that, we also do check-off. For those who are still in the age of taking check-off, currently we are doing up to 120 months, and we give up to 10 million unsecured. So even here you fill the form, and by tomorrow you have your 10 million in your account, if and only if you qualify for it, depending on the period you are remaining with. We always give you the way it was said, don't take a loan until your retirement period. We are also very particular to ensure we give you around 6 months that you don't pay any loan with us. So we are able to give you that period to remain without any debt with us. So we have the very competitive rates. Currently, we are doing at 14.7%, reducing balance, and we are even considering to increase the period for teachers in particular, because we have realized teachers have really supported us. We are even considering to increase that period to 144 months, so that even if you are committing something little, you can still be able to go home with something. We don't charge processing fee on buy-offs. We can be able to do buy-offs, and we don't charge processing fee on those buy-offs. It's not a must that your salary must pass through us for you to get a loan. Even today, you consider to come to us to get a loan, you will be able to get it without your salary passing through us. My main ask is that we'll come to your schools, because we sit in the same county. We are from Migori County. We live in the same place. So we are only asking you because you are also the owners of those schools, that you allow us when we come to do a presentation to your schools, to your teachers, that we can be able to partner. But apart from that, I know those who are now retiring, and even most of us here, Apart from being a teacher, you also have your businesses. And what we are saying for salary accounts and all your business accounts, we have what is called Nisare Kabisa. Nisare Kabisa. All our transaction fees, when you are using your mobile, we don't charge you anything. We are always saying that we save you money, which is equivalent to buy so many loaves of bread. So when you open your personal account or your business account and you transact through the phone, there is no charges. And that is what we are giving back to you. So open your account with us. Whether it is not the salary accounts or the salary accounts, you will not be charged any transaction fee. So even your side business, kindly come and partner with us. And for the businesses, we give up to 5 million without any collateral for businesses. That one we are giving up to 10 million for salaried, but for businesses we give you up to 5 million without any collateral. You only give me statements where you have been banking. Even if you have not banked with us, then we'll be able to check. We also use the M-Pesa statement. We also offer insurance services for your cars. We are able to give you general insurances for your cars, for your homes. It is good to cover your home because sometimes something might happen. Where will you begin? Yeah, so if you insure your homes, you will be able to benefit from that. We also able to give asset finance. Maybe you want to buy a vehicle for personal use. We can give you up to 90%, 80%, or even for business use if you have the businesses. And therefore, I want to call upon us that come and partner with us and we'll be able to support you in a great way. Come support us and we partner together. I'll stop there and maybe I'll say my number so that we can reach out to each other. My number is 0727. We have given some schedules. They are with you. There are some contacts for my team. But my number is 0727 42 91 42. 0727 42 91 42. I have a few gifts I want to give. Kindly just allow me to give them to a few of you. Hatukukuja mkono bure sana, si ndio? Wanasema mkono mtupu hailambwi. So as a bank, when the chairman approached us, we also said that we need to support this program. So apart from the few things that I might give, we have also supported this program through your support. Because if you don't support us, we may not get the money. The bank do not have its own money. The money comes from you. So as you continue supporting us, Chair will do even much bigger than what we have done. Yeah, thank you so much. I just have very few. I will begin with, we have the chairman. Yeah, it's a small good thing. Oh, anachukua photo. He wants to take us a photo. Your secretary. You can take on his behalf. Okay. Since we have taken a photo with him, thank you so much. We have treasurer. Thank you. I know we have our Migori County TSC Director. I was told Madam Florence. Thank you so much. Thank you. Allow me this one I gave to Mr. Magembe. Mr. Magembe I was this chairman in Senye Secondary School when they were with Mr. Dongo and Mr. Ogalo. They supported me well in that school as I was working with them. Thank you so much. Thank you. May God bless you.
Yeah, thank you so much. But you have given Mr. Magembe more, including the bag. We cannot ascertain. Zeraki, please. Zeraki, come. Zeraki and exams. Now that you are going to assessment, will you still be useful?
Mommy.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. My name's Millicent Opio. I work with Zeraki. I mostly run the operations in the Nyanza region. And I have interacted with some of us here, and I've made good friends. So I know we were mostly used to Jeremiah. So Jeremiah had left because of other engagements. And I know sometimes you fear answering some strange phones when you receive a call from a strange number. So sometimes I'll call you just to get to know you and also introduce myself. I'll give my number today so that in case there is any issue that you have in school, we can be able to talk freely. Thank you so much for the cooperation that so far we have been able to have with your schools, and also with the transition to the CBE class. We are continuing to assure you of our support in ensuring that our teachers also are aware of how the analysis needs to be done. So my phone number is 0720 465826. 0720 465826. So in case you see that number calling, please feel free to answer it. We'll be able to talk and be able to address any issues you have. So on my side is one of our colleagues, the brains behind the CBE system in Zeraki. Because right now, you know, with our system, we are supporting two curriculums, the one for the grade 10 and the outgoing 844 class. So I welcomed him here so that he can also share with us more, and also be able to, we will be able to address most questions when schools open, because we'll be able to visit and just ensure that everything is okay also from your end. Thank you so much.
Just 1 minute. Good afternoon, colleagues. I'm a teacher, so from the words of the guest speaker, I'm a retired teacher. I didn't do the other retirement. I retired myself early. So I currently work with Zeraki as a product manager for Zeraki Analytics. And the goal is to ensure that the system works for us and the system adopts to the current assessment methods for the CBE. So how many of us are using Zeraki in the hall? Should be 240 schools. Those are not using Zeraki, just look around. The 240 principals cannot be wrong. Can they? They can't be wrong, right? What Zeraki does is to give you an administrative oversight of your entire school on the palms of your hands. So if those of us who have not adopted Zeraki yet, we are calling you to come on board and just ensure that the system works for you. Now when it comes to CBE, you are asking whether we are still doing exams. We are now assessing learners based on the competencies. We are assessing learners based on rubrics. And Zeraki has adopted their systems to ensure that that is met. So at the end of the term, the learner can go home with two types of assessment reports. One is the one for rubrics, that you are assessing learners based on whether learning has taken place over a lesson, and also the school-based assessment, where learners sit down at the end of the academic period. They sit for a written test, and then you can score them based on the rubrics, that is exceeding expectations 1, 2, all the way to below expectations. So don't hesitate to adopt Zeraki to help you manage your operations. The second thing I want to talk about is that we are in an era where data protection is key. And I felt like this is the best time to discuss it with the right people. So about a month ago, we organized for a seminar with the Deans of Studies for different institutions countrywide. It was a virtual call to just teach us about data protection. One thing we want to do and to inform us is Zeraki is officially registered by the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner to ensure that we process learners' data. So don't worry about your data being on Zeraki. We are legally registered to process that information. And we also committed to ensure that the data that you share with us is actually safe and it cannot be accessible by anyone else. So going forward, we are just trying to revamp our security measures, and we'll be just going to update us on some of the measures that you're taking to ensure that everything that you share with Zeraki remains for your institutions. So with that, those very many remarks. Thank you so much. I have a colleague who is also seated at the far end. In case you need Zeraki, there's Abigail. I'll just share her number. If you don't find Millicent, you can always find Abigail. So Abigail is also in charge of schools in Migori. So Abigail's number is 0792. You can just take it up. 0792 118390. She's just lift up your hand from wherever you have Abigail. Yeah, she's small but not very small. And actually Abigail is a teacher. She taught in Kanga High School. Anyone from Kanga here? Yeah, so if you need even some topics about physics, you can reach out to Abigail, and don't just limit your questions to Zeraki. They can also offer physics lessons. Thank you so much, sir.
Asante Zeraki.
I know our next presenter is seated.
But just 2 minutes from GMAX. GMAX nimekusukuma sana. Are you there? Kimbia tu, dakika mbili kidogo tu. Chairman, just 2 minutes for him.
Okay. My name is George Mudogo from GMAX Technologies. GMAX is a company that deals with CCTV installation and solar installation. Before I say anything, nitawashukuru watu wa Migori. Tulikutana na nyinyi 2021 for the first time. Nikiomba kazi. Mmenishika mkono, mmenipatia kazi, na nimefika mahali nimefika kwa sababu ya nyinyi. Hata very soon nitapiga kambi hapo, mnitafutie shamba nikuje nipige kambi hapo, because most of the time nakaa huko kwenu. So we have installed cameras in most of our schools, and as we know, technology is changing every other day. So the cameras that we have on our market, we have IP cameras, standalone cameras, Kalavu, smart hybrid, and solar cameras. IP cameras ni network driven cameras. Ni camera ambayo inafanya na network. Na standalone camera ni ile camera ambayo inafanya na memory card, haihitaji NVR ama DVR. As I said last time, our cameras have been fitted with a microphone. So right now you can at least get the sound from the classes. Assuming that nimekuwekea cameras baka kwa class, kuna wale walimu wanafunza dakika 20, hii dakika 20 ingine ni story, mambo ya mpira, utamuona ukiwa kwa ofisi na vile anaongea. Then cameras have been fitted with motion sensor. Motion sensor means ukipita hapo inakumulika mwangaza, na mwangaza inakumulika ni kama hii, si zile kamera za kitambo zinatoa red light. So in that connection kuna kamera ingine tena tumeintroduce, una set na unaweka mteko from saa 5, tuseme isense from saa 5 mpaka saa 12 when there is no motion. So mtu akihappen ku break into that room, inakupikia simu and you can talk to one another na mwenye ameingia kwa hiyo room. That's why hapo ndio tumefikia sasa, hata na kutumia message na kutumia hata message na kuambia motion detected in zone A, because we label those cameras na zones, na hii camera isense mbwa, panya, paka, hapana. Si adui ya mtu ni nani? Ni mtu. So in a sense mtu na gari na pikipiki peke yake. Hata mbwa akipita hapo it cannot trigger alarm. Paka akipita it cannot trigger alarm, hata ng'ombe. But mtu akipita you will get communication. So sahi hapo ndio tumefikia na security ya camera, na tumeweka kwa shule zifuatazo. Migori County tumeweka Nyapisawa Girls, Uriri Boys, Ulanda Girls, Osingo, Isamwera, Kakamega, in Western Kakamega, Mukumu Girls, Bishop Sulumeti, and many others. Then I've also partnered with Kenya Commercial Bank, KCB, under school solarization program. We are installing solar in schools so that you can at least cut on your electricity bills. And this program, majority of you have scanned information. Na ni program mzuri ambayo Kenya Power tunaweza ifukuza kwa shule na hiyo mambo yao kupoteza stima. One, you require, for you to qualify for this program, you require board minutes at the executive board. Iko na nguvu ya kufanya hiyo, na muandike minutes, alafu unaita contractor. Kama mimi nikikuja nitakupatia estimations for free. We don't charge estimations. Nikishapeana estimation, then tunapeleka KCB. Ikienda KCB, na wanakuletea loan forms. Na hiyo loan form unajaza, then wanalipa contractor 70%, wana install kila kitu, alafu wanalipa 30% yenye inapaki. Na hiyo si loan, because pila hiyo nini program bado nalipa stima. Without that program still unalipa stima. Sasa pesa ya stima ndio unachukua, alafu unalipa nini? Hiyo loan. Na hii loan inalipwa on termly basis. So most of our friends, principals wamekuwa wakiuliza, sasa shule yangu iko na population ya chini, I cannot afford this. The answer is you can install in phases, because shule zenye nimeweka mingi, boarding schools zina range between 20 kilowatts to 25 kilowatts. Day school nyinyi hata hamuna nini bill kubwa. Wengi kuna day school nimeweka na 5 kilowatts and it is operating hapa St. Charles Luanga, ina run na 5 kilowatts. 5 kilowatts si pesa mingi, ni pesa kidogo sana. So kama una population, unaona siwezi weza hii loan kulipa, anza na 5 kilowatts. Na 5 kilowatts inafanya mchana kila kitu, alafu usiku ndio itakupeleka paka saa 6. So we install that system as a backup. Na hiyo ni mzuri kuliko kununua generator 2 million, alafu after paying for generator 2 million, wanakimbia na mitungi, wanatafuta petroli. Na hiyo petroli na diesel, umeona bei. Umeona bei. Saa mambo ya petroli nataka mtoke, muingie kwa solar system. Na hii solar system utalipa nothing, and let the sun pay your bills, the steamer. Okay, my number is 0720 66 89 07. 0720 66 89 07. Airtel ni 0731 78 61 97. 0731 78 61 97. Let the sun pay your bills. Thank you.
I thank you so much, GMAX Technologies. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to our next presenter, our regional director, who will be brought in by our session chair, Mr. Magembe. please come and bring us our regional director. TSC.
Karibuni sana, karibuni sana.
Thank you so much, our MC. I want to present to you our next presenter, Mr. Chafat Karaoke, who's the RD Nyanza, the Teacher Service Commission. Mr. Chafat was born in Embu and he schooled in Embu in his primary school, proceeded to the University of Nairobi for his PhD, bachelor's degree, before proceeding to University of Meru for his master's. He has taught in several schools, including schools in his area and part 3 in Central Province. He has worked as a deputy principal and worked briefly as a principal in one of the schools before joining the TS Secretariat in 2008. He has also worked in Bungoma as the Director of Education in that county, before later on being transferred to Nakuru as the County Director. He is currently the RD Nyanza. I also want to inform you that Mr. Chafat Karaoke is married to one female wife and has 3 children. Allow me to now welcome Mr. Chafat Karaoke for his presentation. Thank you so much. Karibu Director. Thank you very much, Session Chair. My colleagues from the office, the Kessha Governing Council, all the guests who have been invited, and principals of the great Migori County. Good afternoon. Good afternoon again. God is good, and all the time. Yes, you have been told my name. I have not changed my name. I will continue using that name until the last day. So I still remain Mr. Chafat Karaoke, currently the TSC Regional Director Nyanza. And from the outset, let me first of all thank you very much, Chair, and all the colleagues for inviting me. I think it is a long time since I stepped on a red carpet like this one. So I feel great. So I was given a topic. Where is that friend of mine? Oh, yes. I was given a topic, that one. An interesting one, eh? An interesting one. Transformational leadership in senior schools. Can we go next slide? Yes. So are those transformational leaders? Because today we are talking about transformational leadership. Look at those people. Are they transformational leaders? They are in their own right. Is it? Can you be able to identify them? Who are they? The first one. Nelson Mandela. Why do you think he is considered to be a famous or a transformational leader? We can make it a question and answer session. Do you have another mic? Somebody can tell us. so that I don't talk alone. Eh. So why is Nelson Mandela famous? By the way, how much time do I have, Chairman? 40 minutes. Oh, so I am always very brief, by the way. I'll take exactly 40 minutes. But we shall talk about our things, about 10 minutes. Things affecting us. So why was Nelson Mandela a famous one?
He succeeded in fighting apartheid.
He succeeded in fighting apartheid. And actually, he is very famous for reconciliation. This is a man who said, hata kama mnanifunga miaka sijui 20 na ngapi, I forgive you. And even when he retired, he said, when he retired, he said, I don't want to make more enemies. I already have enough. Let me stop there. I retire peacefully. How many do African leaders retire, by the way? Wengine hata wanaanza kuenda namna hii. Have you seen one of them who is 90-something years? And he is just saying, I'm still very strong. And when he is talking, anaanguka chini. But he is still leading. So he is famous for that. This next one, Pombe Magufuli. Why do we remember him? Okay, we may not go one by one, but these are some of the people in Africa. Is Donald Trump a transformational leader? Yes, to the Americans, especially the whites. He is transforming America. Although he is making us to buy fuel at very high prices. But to him and to the Americans, he is transforming America because he said, America first. So Americans are having a lot of money now because he has even stopped donations. So Americans are having money. So to them, they are now empowered. They feel he is transforming them in a big way. Who is this man in a kofia? This other one is Rwanda. Kagame. Famous for creating a culture of accountability in the government. Yes, people of Rwanda. Is there corruption in Rwanda? To a very small extent. Yeah, he has managed to make the government accountable. Hata kama kuna corruption ile kidogo, sio ile jua yetu, hata kwa barabara tu, hata watu wanasema mpatie haraka tuende. You see, us is like, it is normal. And this man in kofia, he is a president of where? Burkina Faso. Why is he famous? Why are you going to remember? But currently, by the way, he is a president. Yeah, he wants to change the African way of thinking that we must rely on the whites. Self-reliance. We can even generate our own taxes and even develop at our pace. You know, the problem with us is that we want to follow the pace of other people. But this gentleman is saying we can generate our income and develop at our own pace. We don't have to depend on these people. And the people are accepting that. And this mama, I put one mama there so that for gender balance. She retired. Yeah, she was in where? Liberia. She helped in the reconstruction of Liberia after many years of civil war. Twende kwa next slide. Nimeambiwa ni 40 minutes. Kama ingekuwa hivyo, we should have discussed at length. Who is this? This one may not be a transformational leader per se, but I brought him because I want us to get that concept. Transformational leaders are risk takers. This man is a French man. He's a French man. His name is Charles Blodin. And you know what he did? He he told people that, there is a place called Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is where? Niagara Falls is it in USA? Yes? Canada is USA. It's a part of USA. It is where? Part of? It's North America. Oh, not United States, but North America. So Niagara Falls is there. So this man said, do you know that do you know that I can cross the Niagara Falls? By the way, it's a big fall. Do you know that I can cross the Niagara Falls on a rope? This is a rope. Do you know that I can cross? And the people are telling me, hey, wacha, it's not possible. Hey, wacha hii maneno. So he crossed. And the people said, wow, kumbe this can be done, Then he told them, mambo bado. Do you know that I can even cross this river, the Niagara Falls, on a wheelbarrow? You see, it's on a wheelbarrow, riding a wheelbarrow. Is it called riding? Pushing. Pushing a wheelbarrow. Then he took the wheelbarrow and then lastly he told them, do you know that I can carry somebody on a wheelbarrow, and I want somebody to come, I carry him. And the people are saying, why? Labda sasa this time haitawezeka. And that is why I was saying, that is how a transformational leader behaves. Crazy things. You tell people things and they imagine that it is not possible. Do we have such things in a school setup? Whereby you are trying to say things and people are saying, hiyo haiwezekani. That is utopia. And nowadays we have very good teachers who know how to speak English. And they know how to challenge the principal. Whatever the principal is saying is utopia. It is not possible in the modern era. In this era of AI. I went to a school. There is a time when I was by the way, I was a sub-county director in Meru. And one time we went to a school to do handing over. When we went to do handing over, the principal who was taking over, the principal who was handing over told this other principal who was taking over, he told them, now before I leave, I want to introduce you to 3 boys whom you are supposed to expel for good. They should leave this school completely. So, he said, I'll call them here so that you see them. And he called them. When he called them, he said, have you seen them? He did not even want to talk when the boys were there. So the boys entered the office. We were there. And then the principal told them, Ebu, introduce yourself. So they introduced themselves. And then this other outgoing principal said, then you can go. And then now, he told this other principal, you know what? These boys, these 3 of them, once I leave, you should make sure that they are expelled from this school completely. They are very dangerous boys. And do you know what this other principal said? This other principal said, the way I've seen those boys, one of them, I'll make him the dining hall captain. Then the other one, I'll make him in charge of cleanliness. Then the other one, he mentioned another responsibility. He said, I won't change them. I'll give them very heavy responsibilities. And he was saying, are you sure? Do you know even that other one, we caught him smoking a bang? He said, that is a very good one in the dining hall. And do you know, that school was having a series of strikes, and this principal was telling this other one, it is because of these boys. These boys, as long as they are here, these strikes will continue. And let me tell you something. This man went ahead and appointed these people prefects. Dining hall, cleanliness, another one. And in that school, there has never been a strike. There was no strike again. So what it means is that this other principal had not identified the potential in the boys. Actually, these boys were just underutilized. There are boys who want recognition. Yes.